So I have no idea how this is going to work. I don't know if that camera is picking me up or not. It's the thing about GoPros, you can't really tell if you're in the frame or not because, well, there's no viewfinder, no LCD screen or anything. So welcome to my nightmare. It's Monday morning. It's VEDA, day 4. We have survived the first 3. And weekend's over, filming's done, post-production's done, everything's in the can. And well, the first one came out this morning at 5 a.m., which is what time my alarm goes off, but I get that pre-scheduled, so it goes live just about the time I'm getting up. And I got myself showered and shaved and had some coffee down me, and I'm off to work, which explains the tie. Folks don't usually see me in a tie. And it's not really a requirement that I wear a tie. A lot of folks at work don't wear ties. I wear the tie mostly because, well, Bev likes me in a tie. So I do it to please her more than anything. Although people do treat you differently when you wear a dress shirt and a tie or a suit. So that helps. April 4th. So I get up in the morning and I look at the analytics on YouTube to see how things are playing, see if what I'm doing is the right thing, I guess. Cherry Blossom Festival episode's playing very well. Thank you very much. I'm glad everybody liked that. It's got to be a weird camera angle because I know I'm not right in the middle of the lens. And this fisheye lens on the GoPro is, it takes some getting used to. I mean, it's nice because it gives you a lot of the very small area, but a lot of a very small area. In other words, it's wide so you can see around inside the truck, but you can probably see I have some trouble with my headliner. But all things in due time. Sorry if I'm not spending a lot of time staring into the camera, but I'm driving, so I'm paying attention to my driving, which is what you should do. Driving in Maryland is a very weird experience for me. I grew up in Michigan. It's where I took driver's training, learned to drive, all those sorts of things. And people in different states drive very differently. People in Mississippi drive very differently than they do say in Michigan, and they drive very different in Maryland. I've lived in a lot of M states, apparently. I've also lived in Florida and California, but Maryland's very strange in the respect that people don't seem to give much concern to the line markers on the road, the lane markers. They're more like a suggestion than actually a rule. So people just kind of wander all over the damn road. It's pretty frightening if you're not from here. I've been here about 1.5 years. And while I've gotten used to it, I can't say that I've gotten numb to it. I'm still very aware of it. People will crowd you in your lane. They'll just drive like on 2 lanes. And for all the congestion there is here and all the traffic, and there is in the greater Washington, D.C. area, what they call the DMV, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, around D.C., all the congestion, there's still an enormous amount of new construction going up. So there's going to be even yet more people and more cars and more congestion. I can't imagine what this area is going to be like, in 10 years or 20 years. I just cannot imagine how anyone is going to move around, get anywhere. Now, if on the outside chance you're watching me from New York City, you got to be like, you got nothing. Well, yeah, that's true. But New York City's been a very large and congested city for a long time. I guess they've had longer to get used to it. This seems to have a lot of rapid growth. So there's going to be some growing pains when it comes to adjusting to not being able to drive any place because you just can't move. I know a lot of people do drive in New York City. I've never been to New York City. Bev and I are anticipating a trip there probably this year. At least we'd like to. We'd like to get there and show you some of the sites that we find that we're interested in seeing, you know. I'm trying to think of interesting things to tell you about my commute to work. There's nothing terribly interesting about it. I'm on US 1, which runs all the way, I think, from Maine to Florida. I used to live on US 1 in Florida for a long time. Now I'm up here in Maryland. I'm still on US 1. Kind of weird. But this is probably why I haven't done this whole daily vlog thing before, because a good deal of my life is pretty routine. I get up, I get ready, I go to work, I come home. And then, after I come home, I have an opportunity maybe to answer comments on videos, or to make new videos, or to do post-production, or whatever it is I'm going to do that actually has some meaning to me, because work is, well, it's what you do to make a living, keep your body and soul together, I guess. Light turned green, and about a half a second or later, somebody beeped their horn. We are in such a hurry here. Must express our displeasure at you not moving instantaneously when the light turned. You gotta chill, people. Because one, beeping your horn ain't gonna make no difference. And you can express your displeasure all you want. Nobody cares. We're all in the same boat. Or car. Just trying to get where we're trying to get. You being displeased does not help. I'll be dying to see what this angle looks like, because I got this mounted on the windshield, and I'll be dying to see what the fisheye lens and the angle, because the windshield curves around right there, so you're kind of sitting on an angle. If you can see that in the background there, but that's the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. All right, I got to leave you for now because I've got to turn in through a security gate, and I'll be back with you later on today. It's another thing you do a lot of in Maryland. You sit and stop and go traffic. I mean, we're moving, but not so as you'd notice. All right, so I put in my day and did my job, and now it's time to go home, and it's gray and overcast. It's sprinkling a little bit, not really raining, but just enough to make it miserable outside. And so I'll be home in another 15-20 minutes, and I can sit down and do some real work. See if I've got any new comments to answer, or check my analytics on YouTube. This is going to be the most boring thing in the world to try and wade through, because I've got about almost 15 minutes where I've just been sitting in traffic, and so I've got to wade through all that to try and find the few seconds of footage that I can use to put in a vlog, because the rest of this is just me sitting in a truck by myself. It's not really that bloody exciting. I don't know, a lot of people seem to do this and, you know, make it interesting, but, and it's not like I can't talk about any subject for, you know, time without end. It's just when I'm driving, it seems like, you know, I need to focus on my driving. I wish more people did. God, I wish you could see out the front. There's another one, just can't stay in his own damn lane. I don't know what it is in this state. People just wander all over the freaking road. So I got involved today answering questions for some of my colleagues, and they were actually lined up at my desk to ask me questions about how to do certain things. And so I didn't get to go to lunch. I know. You look at me, I can afford to miss a meal or two. I understand that. But one of my colleagues who sits just across the aisle from me came back from lunch, and when he did, he brought me a sandwich, just of his own free will, just because he saw that I was tied up, and without asking or anything, he brought me a sandwich. I thought that was very nice of him. So, Manuel, thank you very much. I got to eat after all. I didn't have to go all day without eating because he's got my back. So that was good. It's really unexpected. I wasn't. I suppose that's what makes it kind of a cool gesture. Is I didn't expect it. It was a complete surprise. It was a nice gesture on his part, and it's surprising too because I'm not always the most pleasant person in the world to work with. I know, it's a shock. Oh goody, speed bumps. Jesus, I hate speed bumps, and there's lots of them. There, I'm home. I have arrived alive. Something to be said for that, I guess. Let's go in and see how the wife is doing. Well, VEDA Day 4 is rapidly drawing to a close, but I did have one thing that I came home to that is significant that I wanted to share with you all because you're all a part of it. And that is that we passed 1 million minutes of watch time on YouTube on the 2nd. But the numbers obviously are a couple of days behind in the analytics. So it just showed up, finally posted by the time I got home. And so, woohoo! I know it's not 1 million subs, it's not even 1 million views, but it's 1 million something, and to do 1 million anything on YouTube is nigh on to impossible. And you got to celebrate every milestone when you do this, or you'll go nuts. I mean, you know, there's often times when it gets you down, when you got to get up and do your job, and there's really, you know, I don't know, you don't get even a lot of feedback, let alone any rewards. So, but those of you who I do get feedback from, I'm very grateful for. I love hearing from all of you. I really do. I say that at the end of the episode, and I think it sounds maybe kind of trite sometimes, but I really do love hearing from all of you. And I am so glad that we have managed to pass like 1 year, 329 days worth of continual watching if you were to reduce those minutes to bigger units. That's a lot of time staring at my mug. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy about it. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't mean much, but it means something to me. So it's my stinking channel. So I'm going to be as happy as I want to be. But anyway, folks, it turned out that vlogging in the truck isn't all that tough, but it isn't all that easy either because, you know, I don't have a subject to talk about. It's the same commute that I make every day. So it's like, you know, I kind of go on autopilot like, oh. But, you know, I mean, everything went good today. I spend my day sitting in a box staring at a computer screen. You know, I do engineering work. It's not as fun as the college recruiter might make it sound. I want to tell you. Yeah, engineering is not exciting stuff. But it's, you know, it's a necessary part of the world, I guess. So, anyway, I don't know if I'm going to have anything else yet tonight. We'll see. And if not, thanks for joining us on the Real United States video blog. I hope you're enjoying VEDA Day 4. I hope you're enjoying the VEDA series. You got questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I really do love hearing from all of you. If you haven't already, if you're new to this channel, hey, pick subscribe, come along for the adventure. It's free. And as always, thank you for watching.